The TUCNE1 team consists of teachers from the Department of Design, Engineering and Robotics at the Technical University of Cluj-Napoca. We are participating for the first time in a hackathon in the current formula, and we are proposing a new idea in terms of mechanical ventilators, an integral pneumatic device that can provide different recipes for air, oxygen, volume, pressure to at least 2 patients. In some hospitals during the pandemic, a series of adapters were used that allowed ventilations of 2 patients from the same device but with the same prescription. The equipment we propose is supplied from a compressed air and oxygen wall sockets at a pressure between 1.2 and 2.5 bar. On each supply line, there is a pressure regulator that regulates the pressure to a fixed value, a pressure indicator, and a flow meter. With the help of the flow meter, the volume of air and oxygen that enters the mixing chamber is controlled, thus allowing fractional O2 control. Here, the 2 gases mix due to a serpentine pad that creates vortices. From the mixing chamber, the air-oxygen mixture reaches a buffer in which the mixture is stabilized for dosing the patient. From the buffer, the mixture is picked up by a 3-way proportional valve that sends to each patient on different circuits the mixture through a flow meter that controls the tidal volume, a pressure regulator that regulates peak inspiratory pressure, and the buffer tank. Thus, in each tank, there may be different pressures and volumes of fluid. Because there is a low pressure in the buffer tank, all connections were made further with a 22 mm diameter inner pipe. From the buffer tank, the air is sent to the patient with the help of a flow meter that measures exactly the volume of gas and an electrically operated on-off valve. On the expiratory route, there is a pressure sensor that detects if the patient is trying to expire, an expiratory solenoid valve, a PEEP valve, a directional control valve on each of the 2 routes, and a filter. The system we propose is fully pneumatic. The frequency at which it can work is 20 milliseconds, so the respiratory rate control is between 10 to 30 BPM. The system is completely automatic. The adjustment of the inspiratory-expiratory ratio between 1:1 and 1:4 is done using a PLC. The equipment can operate in CMV mode, in PRVC mode, or in VCV mode.